Greetings everyone. I'm going to take us through a modified version of the 5 Tibetan rites. So this will be very attainable for any of you that feel like you can't quite do the full sequence just yet. And you'll soon move into the full sequence after you've got these under your belt. Okay, so the first one is spinning. And we're just going to take the arms out to the side, feet comfortably apart, and just begin to turn slowly 3 times to begin with. And we're just turning slowly. I'm doing a clockwise direction here. Slowly, slowly, slowly. That's the first one. Here's the second. And that's the third one. And just pause there for a moment. Take a deep breath or so. Okay, to the floor. So the second one is called the J pose. And again, we're doing a modified version. So take your legs up. They might be straight. You might need to have a little bend in the knee. We're going to support the head with our hand. So take one of your hands behind the back of your head. You're going to push your hand into the head and push your head back into your hand so that you can feel something shift at your tummy and also you're not straining in your neck. And then we're going to reach with the spare arm a little forward in that direction or a little up. So here we go, squeezing and lifting. Squeeze into your belly, push your head back and come back down again. And again. So the minimum amount is 3 of these, and you could work your way up to 21. We've done about 4 now. Let's aim for 8 today. 6. Head pressing into the hands, hands pressing into the head. One more, squeeze. Okay, so bring the head back to the floor, bend your knees and just pause for a moment. You could lengthen your legs all the way out to the end of the mat. If you're feeling a little lower back feedback, just stay here for a moment. Okay, so the next one, we're going to come round onto our knees like this. Now, if you have knees that are a bit sensitive, you can bring the mat under, fold it. If you've got knee pads, you can bring your knee pads there. And we're making a line from the knees through the hips to the shoulders. We're feeling uplift in the front line and grounding in the back line. And I'm going to turn my toes under, but you might prefer to have your feet flat. So the modified version here, we're going to free the arms and reach back, hands on the back of the hips. And we're going to lift up through the breastbone. Pause there for a moment, and then we're going to sit back onto the heels here. I'm going to support the lower back, come up and reach up through the breastbone. Notice I'm not pushing forward, I'm lifting up through the breastbone. Pause there for a moment and then bring the shoulders back into the original place and come back down. So we're going to do 3 of these. That was the second one. Third one, let's come up. Draw the tummy in, squeeze and lift up through the breastbone. Notice I'm not dropping the head right back, I'm keeping the neck long and supported. And then I'm moving my bottom back towards the heels. And that could be a little challenging in the thighs. Okay, so we did 3 of those. You could work that up to any number up to 21. So the next one we're going to do, come round onto your bottom like this with your feet flat, and we're going to bring the arms by our sides. Now, if you've got wrist issues, you might want to make fists. You might have flat hands with the fingers pointing in this direction, or you might turn them to point back in that direction. And from this bent-legged version, and we're going to keep the hands and feet more or less where they are as we move through this sequence. We're going to free the bottom and lift and take the hips up and then come down to here. Okay, so let's do that once again. Take it up. Notice I'm looking forward. I'm not letting my head drop back. Shoulders away from the ears. And come down again. One more. Let's come up. And come down. So that was 3. If you're feeling it a bit in your upper body, you can pause at 3, or you can go on to do as many as feels good for you. Okay, next one. So the next one, we're coming on to all 4s. And this modified version, we're going from all 4s kind of back here into a kind of child's pose, but we're feeling the length through the side body. And we're going to reach forward, come through all 4s, and come into kneeling plank. A kneeling plank has the alignment of being in a straight line, knees, hips, and shoulders, so that you're not feeling your tummy sagging down towards the floor. So just here, like this. And we're not staying there too long. You're going to be lengthening your tailbone and drawing your tummy in, lifting your head. And then come back here. And then again, come forward. So we're not sagging all the way down. We're keeping the lower back nice and supported, and come back here. Okay, so let's do 3. So here's 1, and back, and 2, tummy in, chest broad, and back, and 3, and back. So you could do more. You can repeat that as many times as feels appropriate for you. So that was the 5th one. So we're going to finish for a few moments in Shavasana. So all that means is we're going to lie down, feet wide, palms facing up. We're going to take a beautiful deep breath in, right down into the navel. Pause with the breath on the inside of your body and then exhale. A few breaths here. You can stay as long as you like, but we need at least a moment, a minute in this place. And when the energy in your body feels kind of level again, when it feels balanced, when you're not feeling dizzy or a little hot or heart beating, when you've come back into that nice natural balance of your body, then you can come up to sitting again. And the way I like to come up to sitting is to bend the knees, roll off to the side, and use your hands to push you up to sitting so that you don't strain your back. So we're all done. That was the 5 Tibetan Rites, a modified version, and you can do between 3 and 21 repetitions of each of those. And you could do this daily. It's good if you do it little and often rather than once in a while. And you'll soon find that your strength is really building, and you can move then to the full version of the 5 Tibetan rites. I'll see you next time.